Give me just 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Yep. Is this your millennial pause? Oh, sorry.
Just 2 seconds.
Clever.
I was editing this podcast.
Yes.
And rendering the final product with our friend Smiley.
Yep.
Which we went with the title Smiley 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Did we go with that? Okay. What did I put in there? I had a title that was... Did you change the title?
Maybe.
Maybe we have 2 titles.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Only Smiley will call us out.
That's true.
It's not like he's going to watch that one.
Exactly.
I get down to the final 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The final countdown.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, it's time to record.
You sent me a screenshot.
Send a screenshot.
8 seconds left.
We're ready to go. 8 seconds. And 7 minutes later, I took a brand new screenshot. 8 seconds remaining. It's not frozen.
Right.
It does this every single time, but Adobe or Microsoft or anybody that designs software, why give me time remaining on a progress bar if it doesn't represent time?
Yeah. And I think the hot take here is if it's not a constant rate, then it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You might as well do the Mac thing and just have a spinny.
The spinning wheel at least is honest.
Yeah.
It tells you
something's
happening. And I would even accept percent complete, right? Because while you might be tempted to make that a function of time, some aspects of a function might take more time than other aspects. And so I wouldn't expect it to be at a constant rate. But when you give me time, when you give me time and then it doesn't represent that time, what the what?
Yeah. And I'll admit, I've tried to actually program progress bars in the past, sign procs and different efforts I've had over the years. And, with different compute power and different other applications running and all these other factors, there really isn't, like you said, percentage is possible. It can be possible. So in some applications, you have 1,000 signs you're going to put on a map. You could definitely show one of 1,032 and have progress shown that way, and then that gives you an idea of.
I think, well, some of those variables are not even consistent on the same hardware configuration.
Yeah, sure.
Because you might have very little hard drive space left, and now you've got a problem with where it's going to actually put it on the partition. Mm-hmm. But I think, oddly enough, the one example that you picked out of a good progress bar, Apple with the little spinning wheel, they would have the most control because they're the ones that program the software and
the hardware.
They optimize it for the hardware.
Yeah, they're the ones that probably could put time and get a better estimate. Huh?
So, yeah.
Challenge to all of you developers out there.
Yeah. Just stop lying to us, okay?
Don't lie.
We've got some trust issues. You are listening to The Soapbox. I'm Paul.
And I'm Eric.
This all started out with a list. What's that all about?
So I've compiled a list over the years of things that just bother me, things that grind my gears. And I shared that list with you.
And I thought, you know what? That would make interesting conversation. Sometimes I'm going to want to agree with you, and it's just going to be something we talk about. Other times, though, I'm going to want to steel man the opposite position because I think that's just interesting conversation.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I'm always right, but Paul's just a really good debater.
Hey.
Friendsgiving.
Love it.
Love it. You can go to the store now, friggin' TJ Maxx, and go to the holiday section, and you can get a Friendsgiving metal decoration. You can get a Friendsgiving.
Oh, it's like the eat. Coffee.
Right.
Generic kitsch for the kitchen.
Exactly. And
already on a rabbit trail, 31 seconds. And have you seen the one that says lick the bowl? It's supposed to be for the kitchen, but people are putting it in their bathrooms.
Oh, that's great. Which, another rabbit trail. A friend of mine got a hold of a stack of for rectal use only stickers.
Fantastic.
And one band practice, he found a way to put a sticker on something of everyone in the bands. I think he got a side view mirror of one of the guys. And of course, there was a spray in our bathroom, orange spray, the little, it's mostly for fragrance. We could have used it 20 minutes ago when Paul came into the sound booth early. Anyway, and
that happened. Yep.
We have a can of the orange spray fragrance stuff, and on the back of it, the for rectal use only sticker, and that's in our bathroom in the basement.
And it sort of works on that level.
Sort of works. But interestingly enough, it's a bathroom that often gets used by guests when we have big events like Friendsgiving.
Boom, full circle.
Yeah. And so my hot take here is we've been doing Friendsgiving for this is the 24th year. And back then, no one said Friendsgiving. Like it was not.
This was a word you developed independent of culture.
Yes. I mean, obviously I can't rule out that someone heard it subconsciously or even consciously and just
remembered it, but thought they came up with it.
Yeah, because that happened. Like, Jonathan and I both famously are convinced that we came up with the band The Insecurity Guards as a band name when we were kind of dorking around with different things. And I'm convinced I came up with it. He's convinced he came up with it. We can't be
We're
sure.
both convinced we came up with the Soapbox podcast.
Oh, that's true.
And it turns out there's some guy in Great Britain that did 4 or 5 episodes, branded really well, and then stopped.
Petered off. So I'm mad now, 24 years later, that you can go to TJ Maxx and get Friendsgiving paraphernalia. You can get like holiday Friendsgiving stuff to decorate your house, and we've even bought some stuff, which is kind of dumb.
Way to support big Friendsgiving, Eric.
I know. And since we're on rabbit trails, the other thing I've done is I've bought several times now, on two occasions, garage door openers, ones you can control with your phone and get alerts.
Yes.
And I built one of these 20 years ago.
I remember that. Your garage on Gladman Way was like a maker space.
Yeah,
it was
really
cool.
was. Yeah, a car couldn't fit in the garage. It had a workbench, a bunch of circuits.
Is that the same workbench I have now?
That's the one.
Yeah, so it's still holding up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where keep my chop saw.
Yeah. No, that's a good. Yeah, my chop saw is in an old bathroom cabinet that's on wheels now. Anyway,
that seems very safe.
Doesn't you have to
Just put a saw on wheels.
Yep.
Welcome to Kentucky.
So Friendsgiving, we've done it 24 years, and of course we were deep frying a turkey, the second one. So we, what was that, 23 years ago?
Now, the first time you ever did the deep fried turkey, were you all uninitiated? Because there's a tradition with the frying of the turkey.
Yeah. Yeah. So
is this on your list?
Yeah. Well, no, but that's a good one. There's a lot.
Yeah. So every year that I've been a part, there's a handle. Is that right? What are you carving?
It's actually a piece of hardwood floor.
Oh, okay.
Like the.
For some reason, I thought that was the wood that you were using to lower it.
That piece of wood, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not wrong. You're using it as a handle.
Yes, it's a handle. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that.
It is sticky.
As
Oily,
any
greasy.
piece of wood that's been in contact with 24 years worth of fryer oil would be.
Yeah.
But every year, a new uninitiated Friendsgiving attendee gets to participate in lowering a bird.
Yeah. So to be fair, we have 24 notches on the proverbial belt handle, however you want to call it. And we probably started the tradition of a person who's never been to Friendsgiving has to help lower one of them. We probably started that 10 or 15 years ago.
I mean, Christmas didn't get Santa for a long time.
See,
so
it was
you can add to the mythos over time.
Yeah, we frame it as a tradition now, and luckily enough, every year since we started doing it, we have somebody that's never been to Friendsgiving before there. So
yeah, so they get to lower the bird, then they get to carve a notch into the. We got to brand the handle now.
We really do need to.
I'm still thinking of it as a handle.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of it from its original source material.
Yeah, that's.
All right, we'll
something.
workshop that one later.
Yeah.
But the first time that you guys did this, any incidents or over the years, 24 times dropping everything you can think of into a deep fryer, any incidents? Because these are very popular on the internet.
As much as your dad would love, because I know he was getting a little feisty with me on my post about like cutting off the gas when you lower the turkey. Yeah, you should probably do that if you've never done it before, or if you've only done it a couple times. 24 years, 23 years of frying birds. Almost every year we do 2. A couple years we did 4.
So you've done over 50 birds.
Oh, easily. And the first time we had Nick Fain with a fire extinguisher, like ready to go. And we were out on this was on Sheridan, so before Gladman.
Oh, okay.
We were out in the driveway, nothing above us. Now we do it under a deck. Which is probably dumb. So
traffic and safety, check, no problem. You're gonna wear your seatbelt. You may die in a fire, but you're gonna get there safely.
That's fine. Don't worry, it'll be a grease fire. It's not that bad.
I hear they're the best.
That's right. It's good for your complexion. We should probably say this is by no means an endorsement of how to do deep fried turkey, but
or other things as we'll get into.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, the very first one. It must have been 2002. Again, none of our friends were deep frying turkey. It was like the idea was like, what? You know, this sounds now crazy.
It's caught on. Everybody at least knows about it.
You go to Kroger and you immediately on the side, I see fryers and fryer oil right there. You know, on sale. Get ready for Thanksgiving,
and lots of it.
Lots. And here's a hot take, dude. And this is not only this is a hot take. Maybe this is a good PSA. For anyone wanting to get into the biz of deep frying. They sell a 3-gallon jug of oil right next to a pot. 3 gallons is not enough to deep fry a turkey.
So you need to get 2?
No, you need about 4.5.
Yeah.
and much like buying hot dog buns and hot dogs, they have figured, I think, I mean, this has to be deliberate because you're going to have to buy 2 of those 3-gallon guys.
And then you're going to have some left.
And here's the nice thing about oil. The leftover oil can be reused. So I don't need extra oil when I'm done. What I want, and again, this is my PSA, I want a jug that I can pour all the oil in, deep fry the turkey, and when I'm done with it, pour the oil back into the jug.
There's got to be a little oil loss. Do you think they're just accounting for that?
There's certainly oil loss, and it's we're probably talking quarter of a gallon or something like that. But my point is when I'm done, I have a single jug with a cap that I can either take to the oil recycling thing that they usually do on Black Friday, or you can pass it off to a friend. We always do Friendsgiving early, so someone's bound to be frying a turkey on Thanksgiving. Here's the thing of oil. You got to now try that with the 2 3-gallon guys. And what you're left with is 4.5 gallons of used oil. And then what is that? A gallon and a half, 2 gallons of unused oil. Where do you pour it? Well, now you got to mix new and old. It's just, no.
Yep.
It's a mess.
Seems wrong.
So what do you have to do? You have to go to Costco or Sam's Club and get here's another thing that just blows my mind, the 35-pound jug of oil, which works out to about 4.5 gallons.
So we're just gonna measure these things arbitrarily.
We're using the English system here, but
why not get the 3/4 stone gallon?
Right? Why don't you get the furlongs of what is happening here? So yeah,
how many parsecs of oil is that? I'm curious.
Exactly. So you can buy 6 gallons of oil conveniently at Kroger. Use your Kroger Plus card and make sure you have a digital dasher or whatever it is that Viv does the thing with K North.
Anyway. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I need K North to teach me about digital dashing. I don't do that.
But if you have a Costco or a Sam's Club membership, you can actually get the 4.5 gallons. It's the big jug. It's in a cardboard box even that you can just keep it in. Also, don't poke a hole. Everyone's like, oh, you're going to pour all that oil. Poke a hole in the handle so it can breathe, right? And it pour faster. Now you're just poking a hole in your container. Don't do that. It pours just fine. And then you can put a funnel on it, pour it right back in. Wait for it to cool down, please, people. Do it the next morning. You're good to go. Yeah.
This is oddly like changing the oil in your car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I do oil changes on Toyota Sienna, which takes 6.5 quarts.
Okay.
And then I do an oil change on an Outlander, Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, which takes 4.5 quarts.
Okay.
And I know that there's got to be a reason for that half quart. I said a gallon or quarts.
We're saying quarts.
Yeah, it's quarts. But oil is sold in a 5-quart or a 1-quart bottle, and so I'm left with the same sort of predicament. What do I do with my half quart of clean oil?
Yeah.
And so now I've got 2 single quart containers, both of them with half instead of just filling up the one because they're different brands because I just get
different viscosities.
Well, they're zero W20, so
okay.
But all right, and I'm sure it's all the same sludge from the same vat, just with different labels on it.
Yeah, probably.
But what I learned with the oil recycling is you don't have to give them the container. You can just ask them to dump it and give you your container back.
Oh, okay.
So now I've got an empty for dirty used oil 5-quart container on my next oil change. I can just put all the bad oil there, and then my next 5-quart container is going to be clean oil. So I'll have one clean oil, one dirty oil.
There you go.
And just keep that cycle going. And I bet you can do the same thing with your fryer oil and stuff too.
Maybe.
If you had one good clean vessel that was just perfect, it didn't even have to be for fryer oil. If it's just food grade, find a really good one and then transfer.
Yeah, I will say it's usually like 20 degrees outside, and I'm out there with a big vat of oil, and believe me, I want nothing more than to just take the tub, pour it into a container, close the lid, and then hopefully not forget to drop it off at the.
So they make, for oil changes, a big oil pan with a lid that you can seal. Yeah. And you can take that to the recycling center, dump it, reuse it.
That could be interesting. Yeah. This all, I don't know why this reminds me of, I think it was Die Hard that Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson were like at the mercy of, what's his name?
Hans Gruber?
Well, this was his brother or cousin or something.
Oh, okay. I know the first one.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Die Hard.
With a Vengeance.
With a Vengeance, yeah, where they were basically having to go all around town and do little puzzles and things to save schools from getting blown up. And I think one of them was that whole thing where you had the 4-gallon jug and a 5-gallon jug, and you need to pour like 3 gallons perfectly. And it was one of those things where you filled up the 5, and then you poured all of the 5 into the 4, so that you knew you had 1 left, and then you did something else and this, and then you ended up with 3 gallons. It was like, ta-da, and you did it. And
it's like,
I don't know.
They had like their library's puzzle book, and they're like, let's make this a movie.
Exactly. I think that was part of it. Anyway, if not. So, Friendsgiving, going on for a while. The whole point of it was we were going to see our family in a week, because we used to do it the Saturday before Thanksgiving every year. And we were like, we're going to see family, for Thanksgiving. Why don't we do something for all the friends? And it started off with the crew, the guys I went to college with and that Kristen knew. And it was, the crew is a interesting group because we really isolated. Like, you had to be in with the crew to be part of the crew. In fact, a lot of people were mad at me because they wouldn't get invited to Friendsgiving, because I was like, man, we've got like a advisory board, and we used to meet like a few times before it was done.
Did you call it advisory board for real?
I mean, it was.
I want that to be true.
We probably called it something dumber.
The council.
The
Jedi Council of Friendsgiving. Right.
And it would be, we'd people would hear about it and be like, well, I didn't get invited. I was like, well, you didn't make the cut. Yeah. And we had like 80 people some years.
You needed to submit your application.
Right.
6 months in advance. There's a fee.
Yeah. Now we have a group text message that sometime in October, I'll be like, I'm getting a bird and I'm getting the oil. And then someone will be like, psh, I'll get the other bird. And then someone's like, I'm bringing spiral ham and we're going to deep fry it.
That was so good, Nick.
It was good. It's coming. It's got to come back.
Yeah. I ate more of that than I should have. It was a tasty way to prepare an already not that healthy meat.
It's great. And so many great things have come out of Friendsgiving. One, we have a vat of oil to play with. And of course, we did all the dumb stuff like Snickers and Twinkies, and we tried stuff like that. But the real gems have been, one, Piper does these like balsamic vinaigrette Brussels sprouts that are just deep fried. They're fantastic.
Did not try the Brussels sprout. I'm a picky eater. This is something where I feel like maybe I need to try the Brussels sprouts in the most fantastic presentation, and that might change something in my mind.
I'd try it like that because those are pretty good. Just steamed Brussels sprouts, you're probably not going to have a good time. It's going to have a bitter taste. But yeah.
Little cabbages to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. But the very first year, one of our neighbor, AD, worked at Gordon Food Services. And one of the things they sold kind of in bulk were battered mac and cheese, cut in like little triangles. And we're like, we got to deep fry that. Because I think at that point you could go to a restaurant and get deep fried mac and cheese, and it was kind of a kitschy.
Restaurants, they were kind of wild on the deep fried for a minute. You remember going to Chi-Chi's and getting deep fried ice cream? And stuff?
Yeah. You can deep fry a lot of things. But probably the best invention I think that's ever come out of Friendsgiving.
I already know the answer. The Coney Chonga.
The Coney Chonga.
And this was a hard sell for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't particularly like chili. Although I'm coming around now that I'm making my own.
I'll say you've got award-winning chili now, don't you?
Second place KTC award-winning chili. So turns out make it with ingredients you like.
We got disqualified last year because we made Coney Chongas.
Yes.
And they're like, that's not chili.
That's not chili.
Like,
It is. It was a Cincinnati style chili.
Yeah.
But here's the Coney Chonga. It's a hot dog, right?
Yep.
Or like a Coney dog, but instead of putting it in a hot dog bun, you put it in a tortilla with cheese and chili, and with onions and without onions. 2 toothpicks for onions, 3 toothpicks for without, or switch it.
We did it that way by mistake, but yeah, the traditional way for Friendsgiving is that 3 is the onion.
3 is onions, yes.
Got to get that right.
For me, especially, I hate onions.
Yeah.
Also coming around on onions, though, because I did put onions in my chili.
Yeah.
So
well, if you mince it up enough.
It's the texture.
Oh, okay.
Deep fry that bad boy, and you have something special.
Yeah.
Because any one of those ingredients, well, tortillas I like, but any one of those other ingredients, I'm like, I could take a pass on it. I'm not hard against. But when you put that together and you deep fry that, something magic happens.
And we have, so it has grown over time. First of all, we used to make them with the big,
like the burrito style tortillas.
Yeah, and they were too big. Like you'd see people splitting a Coney Chonga, and you're like, well, this isn't the point. So we make them smaller now. I don't know if it's a 6-inch or 5-inch or whatever we're doing. The other thing is Piper used to make
about 6 inches.
About 6 inches. Piper was kind of the inventor of it, and he used to make them, and then he got interested in trying other things, and Horse kind of took them over, and now Horse makes them for Friendsgiving every year and for Super Bowl, which we did an episode at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll again. Who knows? That was. But the other thing that has just this year we revolutionized is Horse realized that Piper was gluten free, and he hasn't been eating Coney Chongas for the last 5-6 years.
His own creation,
and he hasn't been able to eat them. And so he's like, he found a gluten free tortilla, and so he made, I don't know,
I think it was 6
or so. Fantastic. I don't know. It was more of a wonton wrapper. It was more of like a crab rangoon, kind of a fried shell.
I didn't get to try one, but I heard it was like crispy and just.
I think I had 3 of them. They were ridiculous. They're really good.
And take a shot.
Take a shot of Coney Chonga. Yeah.
Fryer oil.
Fryer oil.
That's right. Season's greetings.
Oh.
For the celiacs folks out there, they were considerate and fried those first, so no cross-contamination.
Yeah. But I think going forward, we're just going to, they're more expensive tortillas. Maybe we can find them,
Bulk pack,
in
get 'em
bulk or
cheaper.
something. But yeah, I think going forward, we're going to try to use those. We'll see what happens at Super Bowl, because it was a game changer.
Yeah, I gotta try the gluten-free version because my brother has celiacs.
Yeah.
And so if I can find things that I can prepare when he's visiting that everybody can enjoy across the board, and you don't even have to worry about, we use the very sensitive nomenclature of he's glutarded. Which canceled.
Oh,
It's okay. It's his word, and I've got permission to say it.
oh, wow.
But instead of having to have the celiacs sensitive, how do you even frame this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm only used to saying it in the most unkind, brutal way, because that's how you treat your brother.
Well, you could probably, I know you could safely use that around Piper too. He'd love it.
Yes, so I didn't, because I didn't know my crowd.
Oh God. Yeah.
And again, that's a word people don't like, but I only mean it in the most derogatory way about my brother.
Yeah, of course.
And not anybody else.
As brothers do. Yeah.
But it would be awesome, I think, to just have a handful of recipes where everybody is going to enjoy the gluten-free version, because that happens to also be the better version. Yeah,
that's it. I think that's the trick to finding a good recipe for a diverse crowd. One of the ones that came out, we had friends come over that they were vegan, and I wasn't.
And they told you right away.
No, but it was I was aware, and we were having them over, and Chris and I were like, man, I don't know that we really ever thought about making vegan, because you do the research. I mean, you're talking no milk, no honey. Forget the vegetarian side of things, which is pretty straightforward, and there are a lot of meat substitutes and things. But ruling out
dairy's in a lot.
Yeah, ruling out dairy and things like that. So the buffalo chicken cauliflower bites. You basically make buffalo chicken dip and put it on cauliflower, and it's amazing how eating that has a texture similar to a chicken wing.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really good. There's something, and you kind of.
I would try that,
Yeah.
and it's another one of my weird food things. I'll eat broccoli, no problem, but I cannot stand cauliflower.
Have you had broccoli flour? There's a mixture one.
I think they're the same plant. It's just a different variety.
You can get a greenish looking cauliflower that.
I think my version's twofold. One, it just looks like a mushroom version of broccoli. It looks sick.
Yeah.
Just like people, I can't trust them if they don't have some pigment.
So I probably shouldn't tell you that often the identification of a wart is by it has a cauliflower like.
Well, I've heard that too, right? As soon as people start describing some nasty skin infection with your food.
Yeah, cauliflower. Isn't there cauliflower ear too? Isn't that a boxing thing?
Yeah, so the damaged cartilage will sort of blossom
into a cauliflower
like ear.
Oh God!
And maybe we need to start saying it's a chicken wing style ear.
Chicken wing style.
But no, I think the chicken wing preparation of cauliflower seems like something that would trick me into liking that.
And there's some way to I don't know if it's a flash fry or air fry it, or you crisp it up in a way too. It really good.
This is just a vestige of having grown up in a time before the internet.
Yeah.
All food prepared for me as a child was the best my parents could do from the one cookbook that they probably had, and then whatever they learned growing up.
Yeah.
And so it might have been, we didn't do Brussels sprouts a lot. I don't recall actually even ever being served a Brussels sprout as a kid. But if I had been served something like that, it would have been boiled.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a little salt on it. There you go. That's food.
That's not how you eat a veggie.
Now you can get on the internet and you can look up the very best crowdsourced 2000 review presentation, and you are going to have to suffer through the history of cauliflower.
There's that.
And
there's a hot
this
take,
time
right?
that my mother-in-law showed me how to do it, and I substituted this pickle juice instead. And
they even, those websites even have a button that say skip to recipe.
but they're doing that for the SEO. They're doing that so they can get that higher search
I get
rank.
it. Well,
But it's awful.
yeah.
However,
let's take a moment to talk about our sponsor, Grammarly, because
not yet.
No, okay, sorry.
Yeah, that might actually be a scam.
Okay.
But somebody reached out to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, now like when I cook for my kids, I'm giving them my best effort of this, summation of human food prep, and they're just spoiled on this notion that food is always pleasurable,
Right.
because we're always giving them the very best version that we can come up with of all these different things. So like Brussels sprouts, there's a good chance my daughter's going to grow up loving them, even though I didn't grow up even touching them.
Right.
Simply because we now know, oh yeah, you've got to offset the bitter with, like an acid, and it's got to, maybe have a little bit of a char because it gets the Maillard effect.
Yeah. No, these are all true things. So are you saying this is a good thing though, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This is one of the few times where the internet's actually delivered on the promise of making life better.
Internet. Yeah. Okay. The only one thing left on my list is another invention that wasn't specifically Friendsgiving, but it was definitely our crew. And we, again, we're convinced we came up with it. And since then I've seen it elsewhere, and even at, the Tin Roof is a little bar restaurant, down the street from, where we are here. And that is, you take I think it's usually a water ski, could be a snow ski, and you glue shot glasses to it. And everybody stands behind it and lined up with their shot glass.
And simultaneously splashes themselves on the face.
And everyone has to, and it's really interesting when you have people of different heights. But what is this thing called?
Hold on, let me see if I can pun it real quick.
Yeah, got the thing and the glasses, and yeah.
I got nothing.
It's the shot ski.
Shot ski.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I mean, I don't think they have it at Schlotsky's Deli or anything, but it's I've seen it used, and I've seen it maybe even the same name, I think, is the shot ski. And yeah, we were convinced we invented it. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But this is a dumb way to take a shot, by the way.
That just seems like lots of opportunity for, at best case scenario, you get a little dribble down your shirt, but probably like a lost tooth in the more ambitious crowds.
Yeah, you got that. And again, people with different heights, you gotta stand on your soapbox. Anyway. Oh man, I got 2 episodes passed without getting the womp womp.
There it is. We've got a brand new website. What is that site?
That is soapboxlex.com.
So you can check us out on the web. You can also check us out on your favorite streaming platforms, including...
we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, and we're on Amazon. And of course...
If you want to check us out and actually see what you're listening to, we do have video as well on YouTube. And I don't know if you knew this, but Spotify does video too.